In this video, I'll show you how a small channel can make money without being monetized. But in order to appreciate the methods that we'll go through, I need to share the short story to ensure you don't make the same mistakes I made when I first started. I created my first channel 2 years ago, and I had high hopes of soon living large and becoming a YouTube millionaire. And who doesn't? Because we've all been there browsing and then suddenly running into this
$4,051,116.
Last year, I made a grand total of $1,739,000, which is an insane amount of money.
About $270,000 per month in ad revenue.
You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now.
This transparency is great, but definitely it led me to setting extremely high expectations, especially in the short term. I got super energized, had this amazing plan in my head, and was ready to go and see immediate results. But I made one mistake every time I watched those videos. I never scrolled all the way down to see the beginning of their journey. I didn't see the pain struggle that these creators went through to get to the end results. I was finally watching. I started chasing the views to get to a point where I can hit the monetization of Primer, because the goal was always to get as many views as possible, so that the ad revenue does the work while I focus on other things. It all sounded so perfect until reality hit when I posted my first video. And well, one view here, one view there, I definitely failed. I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, and definitely not as fast as I was expecting it. This discouraged me, and as I failed more and more, I started realizing that I was chasing the wrong thing. The reality I discovered is that even small channels have a few ways of making money before being monetized. Some are even more powerful than the ad revenue itself. But first, we need to stop chasing the views, and instead focusing on creating the best content we can to build a community around us. 100 loyal subscribers that show up every time you show up with a video is better than one viral video that gets us 10,000 casual viewers. Even YouTube itself looks at loyalty by tracking how many viewers return from your first video and determines if it's worth pushing it to a newer, bigger audience. If we have this community of 100 locked, and I mean, as locked as this, then we can start talking about ways a small channel can begin to make money. Even small channels with less than 1,000 subscribers can get sponsors. I know you're probably thinking there's no way a sponsor would reach out to me. Why would they? The key to this is engagement. If your video is getting a high level of comments or likes proportional to the number of views, then you have an engaged audience, and that can be worthwhile for brands. If no one reaches out to you, you can reach out to brands yourself via email. Or even on their Instagram profile. Most companies, if not all, will have their contact info listed in their website. If you do email them, make sure that the subject line is direct and to the point. For example, John Company Name Collaboration. This will ensure that your email stands out when you do reach out. Introduce yourself and explain why you want to collaborate. The best thing to say is you are already a customer of their product or services, and make sure that you are, and then share what you can do for the brand. Now keep in mind that there are 3 types of sponsorships. You can potentially land with a brand sponsor, partially integrated and fully integrated sponsorship. The sponsor is usually what we see with bigger channels where they say thank you to such and such company for sponsoring this video. It's typically short and brief, and the content of your video doesn't need to relate to the product or company. The partially integrated one is a dedicated segment in your video where you talk about a product or service, and this product needs to relate to your content. The fully integrated sponsorship is essentially a dedicated video for the product or service. So keep that in mind as you talk through the rate or price negotiation stage, and that might be a tough question if you don't have anything to base your rate on. But one website I discovered that gives you a good baseline is Social Blue Book, where they give you a low estimate, a high estimate, and a typical average. But remember, you need to ask yourself if this recommended price is worth all the time and effort you put into this video, from research to scripting to editing, as well as your name, because you're essentially putting it behind this brand, and you want to make sure that it's worth it. There is a contract in place. If you're using products or services that you truly love and feel like your audience can benefit from, it's almost guaranteed that all of those companies have an affiliate program that you can sign up for. You just need to put the company name in Google search and write affiliate programs, and you then place that affiliate link in your next video, and every sign up through your link, the person benefits from it, and you get a percentage of the sale. And in some instances, if it's a monthly subscription, you get a portion of that monthly revenue on a reoccurring basis. For instance, The Amazon affiliate program gives you a percentage of any sale that occurred from anyone clicking your link, even if they purchase a completely different product. I tried doing it with Epidemic Sound, and so far I have 200 clicks and 6 signups, and did it with Amazon affiliate for the mic I was using, and, well, that one is getting similar clicks but still waiting for a checkout. I guess my mic isn't so great. Great thing about affiliate links is that you can set them and forget them. But I know some of you are wondering, but what if the channel is much smaller? Barely getting views has like 10 subscribers. Where do I begin? And this is where method 3 comes into play. This method starts with you. Building a brand around yourself. Your content needs to be a representation of you, and you need to obsess over adding value for your audience and improving your editing quality over time. Even if that means only releasing one video a month, people will wait for your next upload if they felt like they got something meaningful from your previous one. As you slowly improve your editing skills, you can start offering editing services and just pin it on the top. Comment of your next video. I did this for the first video I released, not knowing how fast the video will grow, and to myself, so many requests came in that I couldn't possibly go through all of them. So I apologize if I still haven't gotten back to you. You can also offer other coaching or consultant services depending on the niche of your content and your expertise. Even if it's 5 contacts out of your supporters, that income can be reoccurring depending on how satisfied they were with what you provided.